Hello, my name is Selena Ellis and this is my final project for ELRC 7502. My final project will be on GCSE Biology Cell Biology. This is following the United Kingdom's National Curriculum for Key Stage 4 Science Programmes, and it will also follow the AQA examination specification. Firstly, I will discuss the purpose of this project, and the purpose of this course is to focus on topic 1 of GCSE biology, and this covers cell biology, infection and bioenergetics. And this is in preparation for the end of course exams at the end of the 2-year course. Now, GCSE biology, along with physics and chemistry, is taken by the majority of English students, as it is compulsory for all students up to 16. This may be taken as all 3 sciences, or as double science, or combined and additional. However, this chapter is covered in all of those options. And although all schools will follow the Key Stage 3 national curriculum up to Year 9, some students may need to revisit this knowledge. This course will actually include all the prior knowledge taught in Key Stage 3 to ensure students can level up, which is something that's not normally included in GCSE content. So how will I achieve this purpose? So as stated before, GCSE biology is pretty much compulsory for all students unless they are taking an entry-level qualification. And this course will include all their prior knowledge. And this course, to do this, will include interactive lessons with teacher models for each topic, and will include innovative technologies to engage students and help increase their motivation. The audience of this course will primarily be English secondary school students aged 14 to 16. However, it may also include Welsh students who are following the AQA specification. This course will also be applicable for mature students sitting GCSE biology for career-changing purposes after they have left school, if they took their exams when it was O-levels before GCSEs were introduced. So why have I chosen this course? So, as I said before, this content in this particular course is covered in GCSE Biology Core and Double Science. Now, in England, students are encouraged to complete the necessary requirements to earn the English Baccalaureate. Although it is not compulsory, schools are judged from them. Therefore, from a school's perspective, a high English Baccalaureate pass is incredibly valuable to them. And as science is worth 2 to 3 GCSEs, it weighs heavily on the English Bac qualification. Additionally, GCSE science and biology is also a prerequisite for many A-level subjects for students to move forward, from biology, chemistry, physics, psychology, PE and maths. I recommend pausing the video here if you would like to look at the English Baccalaureate requirements further. Next, I'll discuss the process of this course. And the backward design model will be used to devise the course as a whole. Now, this was originally designed by Grant Wiggins and Jay Mattig, and it is used for designing instructional materials where the instructor or designer begins the design process with a focus on the desired results of instruction. For example, with the backward design model, I would first create the learning objectives, followed by the learning assessments, learning materials, and then the learning strategy for each topic, and repeat as that. This course will also follow the UMT approach. The UMT, Unit Module Topic Model, is an approach devised by Simonson in 2014, and this approach gives instructors recommended guidelines to help give them a methodology to organise courses and organise semester credits with equal content coverage. To begin, I will first discuss the course units. A unit is a substantial subdivision of a course content, representative of 4 to 5 weeks of instruction and a semester credit. Unit 1 will be cell biology, Unit 2 infection and response, and Unit 3 bioenergetics. Next are the course modules. A module is described as a component of a unit and equates to approximately 1 week of teaching time. And for this course I've designed, each unit will have 3 modules associated with it. And finally, we have the course topics. So this is when each module is broken down into multiple topics, and each topic is supporting the idea that explains or supports a module, therefore creating a lesson or assignment. And for each module, they will have 4 to 5 topics each. Each topic I have included in the course follows the AQA specification and the Key Stage 4 National Curriculum for Science in the UK. So why have I chosen this order? I chose it to ensure there is a coherence between the units, modules, and topics, and this order of the units and modules continues to build on the knowledge taught in the unit prior to that, and this follows Bruner's spiral curriculum, where the curriculum design has a key concept presented repeatedly throughout a curriculum, but with deepening layers of complexity each time. This course design is following the Quality Matters rubric for K-12. The K-12 rubric standards are specifically tailored for assessing quality and assisting course design of elementary, middle and high school online and blended courses. This presentation will address all 8 areas of the Quality Matters K-12 rubric. Area 1 is Course Overview and Introduction, and prior to the commencement of course content, each unit will have an introduction and course overview to the unit. This would include instructor introduction, instructions of course navigation, course introduction, minimum technological requirements, academic integrity, and netiquette. All of these points will be included in the syllabus at the very beginning of the course prior to Unit 1. Area 2 is Learning Objectives, and this course will include learning objectives that are measurable and describe what the learners will succeed, align with the Key Stage 4 National Curriculum for Science, and are designed for the target audience in mind. To create the learning objectives of this course, Bloom's revised taxonomy will be used. Here are just a sample of some of the learning objectives that will be used throughout this course. Taxonomy level remember, students will be able to label the organelles of a simple animal and plant cell. Taxonomy level understand, students will be able to describe the process of preparing a sample in a petri dish. Taxonomy level analyze, students will investigate the effect of light intensity on the rate of photosynthesis. And finally, taxonomy level evaluate, students will design an experiment to explore the effects of exercise on aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Next is Area 3 Assessment and Measurements. And here the assessments will measure the learning objectives, specific and descriptive criteria in the form of rubrics to evaluate learners' work will be provided. Various methods of assessment are provided, and expectations for successful completion and grade calculation are provided clearly. Here are some examples of the assessment, which will include both summative and formative. An example of the formative assessment I have is the Kahoot on the left-hand side, which will be frequently used throughout topics for student engagement and motivation purposes. The word walls on the bottom left, which is an example of one that corresponds with learning objective 1 in the sample. And above I have a long answer question regarding learning objective 2 and preparing a petri dish. This is taken out of an examination paper, a past paper, and these are very applicable and very useful as it prepares the student for the future and what their examination will look like. On the right hand side of this is the rubric mark scheme provided, which the student can use to self-assess their own work. Next is Area 4 Instructional Materials, and here the instructional materials will contribute to the achievement of the course, will be integrated within each lesson, and materials are free from bias and adult content. An example of the materials is the AQA Science Biology Revision Guide, which is available online and in paper, which can be used as an accompaniment for this course. Next is Area 5 Learning Activities and Learner Interaction. Here, activities will promote achievements stated by the learning objectives, opportunities for active learning from learning content interaction, opportunities for learner-instructor and learner-learner interaction, and the requirements of these activities stated. To help achieve this, I will use inquiry-based learning strategy. This can follow the 5 E's of inquiry-based learning model. I'll also use Google Documents and other Google-based things in the drive, such as Google Slides. These are great for collaborative uses in classrooms, and this really aids inquiry-based learning. Additionally, I will use forums and I will use Microsoft Teams. Teams is a great place for students to interact with each other, get to know one another, and create more of an online learning community. Next is Area 6 Course Technology. Here, tools support the learning objectives, tools facilitate student engagement and active learning, course tools and technologies are current. In this course, I will be using Zoom frequently. Even though this course will be asynchronous, there are options for asynchronous meetings throughout with Zoom, and if the students are not able to be there, these will all be recorded and accessible to them. Interactive and engaging multimedias will be included throughout, such as animations. And also there will be use of augmented reality. An example of this is the cell on the right hand side, which is incredibly current and interesting for students alike. Area 7 is learner and instructor support. Here the course instructions are clear with technical support offered. There is access to academic support services and access to information on the Institute's accessibility policies and services. I will be including all these points in the syllabus of my module. The last area is Area 8, Accessibility and Usability. Here there will be logical course navigation and accessible text and images and files. An example of these is when I am using video, there will also always be closed captions included, and with each image there will be alternative text descriptions provided, just to name a few. Even though I'll be reflecting throughout and evaluating the course using the Quality Matters rubric, I'll also be using the AEIOU model. This is devised by Fortune and Keith in 1992, and the AEIOU model is used for program evaluation and uses both qualitative and quantitative methodologies. Here I will be evaluating the accountability, effectiveness, impact, organisational context and anticipated consequences of my course. The model allows me and others to evaluate and tweak the course accordingly to improve the course moving forward. So future learners will always have the best course available to them. Here are the references involved in the making of this presentation. Additionally, there will be handouts provided in a folder accompanying this video. Thank you for listening.